super deep bunkers like this can be really intimidating if we don't know how to set up to a bunker shot and then we don't have the speed to match it to get that ball up early. Now, let's talk about today of how we can set up to a bunker shot and what speed we need and when we need that speed to get that ball out of the super deep bunkers. Hello everybody and welcome back to Alex Elite Golf. Welcome to the channel if you've never been here before. Don't forget to subscribe and give all this content a thumbs up. Let's get into this bunker shot. So straight away when I get down this bunker, I can actually only see probably a quarter of the flag. Again, intimidating factor. Let's run through my kind of 3 setup fundamentals here which will help us get this ball up early but then also allow us to match the speed to our setup. Very often people either scoop the ball out the bunker, they try and drive this ball at the bunker and really don't have the setup to either do any of those, which is the incorrect technique, but also don't have the setup which really allows them to produce the correct technique also. So how I want you to feel this now, my 3 rules. Firstly, I want you to feel width of stance and ball position coming to the same one. So I want you to feel that you've got a really wide stance, so just wider than you would have with driver. I really like to feel that you've got a really solid base. In that point, I like to feel that my ball position is a club head inside my lead heel here. So you can see I've got a club head inside my lead heel and my ball position is nicely in there. So now I've got the correct ball position, where do I want to feel my weight? I want to feel that my weight is favouring my lead side. This is really going to help us in terms of really trying to hit down the golf ball, so be steep into the sand, but then be shallow relative to the ball because of where the ball position is. So weight favouring the lead side and feel that my knee goes over my big toe on my left foot. I'm now into a really nice position here. Now, a lot of people, when I get them into this position, they then stood very close to the golf ball, as if they were going to chip this out. So how do we even add more loft to this golf club without opening the face? Because we can only open it a certain amount. So what we want to feel is here is where you traditionally would stand to the golf ball. I want to feel like you shuffle back, and then we sit these hands and this bum down. So we want to feel like my tailbone goes down towards the ground, and my hands are lowered as well. So I'm lowering my hands, lowering my tailbone, and this is adding more loft to the golf club. So I would have done this after gripping the golf club with the face open. So point number 3, stand further away from the golf ball and lower that tailbone. So we've got the 3 keys there: width of stance, ball position under 1, weight favouring that lead side, and lower that tailbone. So now we've got maximum loft on the face, and I carry my 58-degree wedge this scenario here. Some people may have a 60 or 64. I would definitely advocate doing the same thing. What I want to feel is here, can I feel like I start in this position? So my sternum just ahead of the golf ball, nicely in line in terms of my club shaft. I've not got the hands too far forward, I've not got them behind. They're nicely in line with my sternum. If I start at this position, can I swing back and come back to the same position? And this feeling of gliding this club through the sand, let's not drive it, let's not scoop it, let's feel like we can get this club gliding through that sand. So almost feeling like I was skimming that stone underneath the golf ball, really allowing that bounce to be used through the sand. If we start to drive or scoop, we're not using the wedge to its maximum capability. So the feelings I want you to have now is simply, can I come back to where I started, and can I point the loft back at me after I've hit the shot? Let's give this one a go. Remember, speed now is your friend with this setup. If we set up to it how we were before, speed is not your friend. It's going to be very, very hard for you to get out of the bunker without manipulating your swing somehow. Now, speed's your friend with the correct 3 setup points. So if you can remember them now, guys, comment them down below. What are the 3 key setup points? Let's give this one a go. Loft pointing back at me. Nice speed at the bottom. Feeling of keeping the weight on the lead side and coming back to where I started is absolutely paramount to getting these balls out super deep bunkers, getting them up early and stopping quickly. So rehearse that feeling, point the loft back at me, rehearse it, and don't be afraid. It takes a little bit of persuasion to yourself here, but don't be afraid to give it some speed. A little bit like that. So now you've got the 3 key setup points to how you can get this out of super deep bunkers. Remember, number 1 is width of stance and ball position. Width is just wider than driver. Ball position, a club head inside our lead heel. Then we want to feel like that weight's over our lead side. And the final point is, can we really feel that we get that tailbone to be lowered into the sand? Because it's going to lower our hands and then add some more loft to the club face to help us get that ball up early. Finally, feel like we can give it some speed at the bottom, come back to where we started, but most importantly, allow that club to glide through the sand, allow it to have some speed through the shot, because now with that correct setup, that's going to be your friend. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elite Golf. Don't forget to subscribe and give all this content a thumbs up. See you next time.